Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us learn another interesting service from AWS based on real life scenario and need. So, sir, in previous video, you have said about a SQL database that is RDS. Sir, how many databases we have, sir? We have mainly two types of databases. What are those two types? First one is SQL. First one is SQL and second one is no SQL. What is the second one? No SQL. You have already told us the SQL for SQL database. You already told us the what is the AWS service do we use. That is RDS you already told us. Then what is the other? That is no SQL database service which was provided by AWS, sir. Sir, among these two databases, which will provide me the fast response, SQL or no SQL? NoSQL will provide me the fast response. Which provides me the fast response? NoSQL provides me the fast response. Okay. Sir, do AWS provides me this NoSQL databases? Yes. AWS provides you this NoSQL databases. Okay. By which service, by using which service does this AWS providing me this NoSQL databases, sir? By using DynamoDB. What is the service name? DynamoDB. What is service name? DynamoDB. So if any interviewer asks you what is the NoSQL database service in AWS, then what is your answer? Then you need to answer DynamoDB. Sir, is this NoSQL is relational or non-relational database? NoSQL is a non-relational database. It's a non-relational database. What is database, sir? Database is nothing but which stores data. So let's say I have a need to store a huge amount of data. Then what do we call that? We call that as data warehouse. Data warehouse. If we want to store a huge amount of data, then we call that as data warehouse. If you want to store huge amount of data, then what you call that? Data warehouse. Okay, let me write that. If we want to store large amount of data, we call that as data warehouse. Okay. Sir, is there any service in AWS which will provide me data warehouse? Yes. There is a service in AWS which will provide me this data warehouse. What is that service, sir? Redshift. What is that service? Redshift. So in this video, you have learned two new things. What are the two new things? You will learn what is the NoSQL database service which was provided by AWS. What is that? DynamoDB. DynamoDB is the NoSQL service which is provided by AWS. And another thing is database service, data warehouse service. In AWS, there is a data warehouse service. That warehouse service is what? Redshift. You have learned these two in this video. So I hope you understood from previous video that RDS is a database, RDBMS database service, which we're gonna use for SQL databases. And in this video, you have learned for NoSQL databases, what is the service that provides you NoSQL databases in AWS, that is DynamoDB. If you want for large data warehouse, if you want a database for large amount of database, huge amount of data, then that we call it as data warehouse. For that type of data warehouse, is there any service in AWS available, sir? Yes, that is what Redshift. If you want to migrate your data from your on-premise to AWS, what is service that you use? Data migration service. So I hope till now you got a good idea with database services and its usage in database providing services and its usage in AWS. So I hope you understood this video. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye.